There's a very shallow space between the floor and the bottom of the cabinet. A few years ago, when we conceived the idea of putting Dragon to sleep, we cut a hole in the floor just behind the cabinet. If we put it anywhere else, they would see it. So to reach the bowl, Mr. Ages crawls under the cabinet, and when he gets to the edge, he makes a quick dash to the bowl, drops in the powder, and dashes back out of sight. But with a broken leg, he can't dash. We might try leaving some bait outside the house, said Justin. That worked one time. Once out of a dozen tries. Do you know how many a dozen is? Once out of a dozen tries, said Nicodemus, and it isn't dependable. We don't have much time. To be safe, we ought to move that block tonight. If we had some cat food, said Justin, thinking aloud, he might eat that, even on the porch, because he knows it's his. Maybe tonight I could go in through the attic and down to the kitchen. No use, said Mr. Ages. They keep it in a metal cabinet up on the wall. You could not get it without a crew, and that would make too much noise. Anyway, said Nicodemus, it would put off moving the block until tomorrow night. Then Justin said, I guess what we do is stake out scouts. Wherever we can, we try to keep track of Dragon and hope for the best. Some nights he doesn't go near the garden at all. We might be lucky. Or we might not, said Arthur. I don't like it. We can't dig that block out with some noise, you know. Mrs. Frisbee interrupted quietly. There is another way, she said. If Mr. Ages can get into the kitchen, so can I. If you will give me the powder and show me the way, I will try to put it in Dragon's bowl. Justin said quickly, Oh, no, it's no job for a lady. You forget, said Mrs. Frisbee. I'm Timothy's mother. If you and Arthur and others in your group can take risks to save him, well, surely I can too. And consider this, I don't want any of you to be hurt, maybe even killed by Dragon. But even worse, I don't want the attempt to fail. Perhaps the worst that will happen to you, with luck, is that you will have to scatter and run and leave my house unmoved. But then what will happen to us? Timothy at least will die. So if there is no one else to put the cat to sleep, I must do it. Nicodemus considered and then spoke. She's right, of course. Of course, if she chooses to take the risk, we cannot deny her this right. To Mrs. Frisbee he added, but you should know that the danger is great. It was in the same kitchen yesterday, running from Dragon's bowl, that Mr. Ages got his leg broken. And it was in doing that same thing last year that your husband died.